Have you ever felt like you had to make a sacrifice for the sake of your relationship? Well, I'm going to show you why compromising isn't always the best option and how it could actually do more harm than good. Hi, I'm Jessica, founder of Couple Speak, and in this video I want to share with you some invaluable advice on why compromising too much can actually weaken your bond with your partner rather than strengthen it. And you don't have to sacrifice who you are or what makes you happy just to make your partner feel comfortable. So let's dive in and discover why compromising might not be the best solution for your relationship. So first off, why would compromising even weaken your relationship? Why would it make it something that is doing the opposite of what you want? Well, compromising might be a sign that there's not enough conversation around things. So when you and your partner are talking and you just go along with what they want just to keep the peace, why that could actually be weakening the relationship overall is that you start to lose who you are and what you enjoy. And what relationships really need is they need two people that have vitality and energy. And so if conversations just get shut down because you want to make your partner happy, you're going to start to disappear. And relationships aren't with just one person. It needs two people. And so if you're not sharing what you want, then you're not showing up. The other reason that compromise isn't really good in a relationship is that it means that no one's happy. So if your partner, this will be a silly example, but if your partner wants you to wear brown shoes for whatever reason, but you really want to wear black shoes and you compromise, then that's going to be a pretty silly outcome. Neither of you are going to be happy. And while that might not seem like a good example, think about other things that you compromise. Is someone really happy? So here's a better option than just compromising. And it's going to be tough because you have to speak up and say what you actually want, and you have to ask your partner what they want. So there's an exercise that I give couples. It comes from Ellen Bader at the Couples Institute, and she talks about this exercise. It's called the paper exercise. And I give it to my couples. On this paper, I'd say, okay, John, this piece of paper represents something important to you. I'm going to make it shorter just to give you the idea, but this paper represents something important to you. And then to his wife or partner, this paper represents something important to you. And I want you to decide who gets the paper. You can't split it and you can't tear it in half. You can do it any way you want. And a lot of times couples don't ask each other questions about their paper. Sometimes they don't even say what they picked. So if you want to be able to negotiate things, then both of you have to show up. And so you would need to say what you picked. This piece of paper represents money. And then you'd have to be able to describe what money means to you, what category of money you were talking about, like what is this piece of paper? And then you're going to ask your partner, well, what does your paper represent? Oh, it represents family. What does family mean? Does that just mean the three of us, or does it mean, our extended family? What does it mean? So you got to ask a lot of questions about each other's position on things. And then you can really, I'm going to simplify again, but then I think you can decide based on whose desire is greater. Not everything can be a 10 out of 10, but let's say that you get really good at this and you say, like, this thing represents this important thing to me, and it's about a 9 out of 10, and so it's really important to me that I have it. What number is yours? And your partner says that there's an 8 out of 10. Well, one of you is going to make a sacrifice, especially if it's something that's so valuable. Something that's an 8 out of 10 is pretty important, at least to me. I think of 8 as an important number. And so if mine is an 8 and I have to make the sacrifice, then I want my partner to know what I'm sacrificing. That having conversations where you don't compromise, where you ask questions, where you discuss what the things that you want, in the long run, it's going to make your relationship one that's filled with vitality and getting to continue knowing each other rather than just, it's fine, we'll just go with what you want. Sure, sometimes going with what they want is fine, but then I guess that's not really compromise. Compromising is when you get a little bit of what you want and they get a little bit of what they want. But in the long run, no one is extremely happy. So if you want to have more happiness and you want to have more connection and vitality in your relationship, then I suggest you stop compromising.